Hey folks, we're back again with another It's Tough podcast with me, Magnum True Trob. Today I've been thinking about, this is my third podcast, firstly, so let's just get that out of the way. Go check out Materialism, and if I haven't dropped another one, then don't go check out the one that doesn't exist, just listen to this one. And, so today I wanted to talk about a topic that I think would be kind of fun, and would be something cool to think about. How to drop out of college. Okay, you gotta learn it from the best, right? Well, it may not seem that difficult to just drop out, but there's a lot more that goes behind deciding that you're truly gonna change your future and move from a designated path to an undesignated path. And that takes a lot of thought, and it's really a taxing situation on the human being involved. I know for me it's been difficult, and even so, I'm basically dropped out. I haven't turned in shit for a while, but could I still go back and probably save my grades? Yeah, probably. I could probably finish at least this semester, which, good, bad, whatever, but I don't fucking want to. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to fucking grow a pair of balls and just say, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm out of here, y'all can suck my dick, and I'm going to make something better of my life. First step, dropping out of college. Go to college for a little bit. You have to. If you don't go to college, you can't drop out, right? You don't want to be a jackass who never even got in and never went, because then you'll never know if it was, not meant to be. I knew when I got here that this shit was not meant to be. But before I came here, I thought this was going to be fun. I thought it was going to be cool. I thought it was going to at least give me something to do for these next 4 years. But I guess not, obviously. So, first you gotta come to school, hang out here a little bit, feel it, test yourself, see how you'll react and see how you'll interact in this environment. Okay, so once you've decided that you probably don't really like it here, now you have to think. Now you have to really realize, alright, am I gonna do it? Am I gonna fucking jump out and not go to school? Am I gonna decide that my life is... First off, am I gonna decide that no matter what happens, because you can't live with regret. If you live with regret, you're fucked, okay? You're totally and utterly fucked. So what do you have to do? You have to realize that if I decide to drop out of school, I will not regret it. I can't regret it, because if you fucking regret it, you're fucked. You're never going to live a fulfilling life. So can you do it with a clear conscience? Is there anything in the world that you will think in the future, that was a stupid reason, you should just put up with and went through it? Well, I did this, alright? I wrote in my notes, you can ask my roommate, I wrote for a week about reasons why I don't want to be here. And I had to make sure that they weren't, reasons that could be temporary. It wasn't because you had a girlfriend. It wasn't because you missed home. It wasn't because you missed this. It wasn't because you couldn't adapt. It wasn't because you were lazy. It wasn't because you weren't trying. It wasn't because you were afraid, okay? It wasn't because you weren't the highest on the social ladder. All these reasons. You have to actually rationalize it in your head through rational means, and not just fucking, oh, I don't really like it here, and oh, my life, it's too tough, I just want to go home, or oh, I miss my parents. I knew when I went home and I saw my fucking parents, and even now when I do it, I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm back here again. Thought I got out of this place. I thought I was doing something better. Okay, so I knew I wasn't fucking homesick. Alright, I knew whatever, it wasn't because I missed somebody. I knew it wasn't because I missed my fucking dogs, okay? I don't even think about my dogs when I'm up here. It wasn't because I couldn't make friends. I don't like people, okay? I don't need no fucking friends, and I've always been fucking happy with that. It wasn't because I, couldn't deal with the frat boys. The fucking frat boys loved me, okay? We were fucking partying it up. It was all chill, alright? I could have fucking went out and partied every night like any of them, and we would have all gotten along. So once I realized that there was nothing, temporarily, emotionally making me want to make this decision, it's alright. So next step. The next step is think about, what the fuck am I going to do instead? Because if you don't go to school, I'll tell you one thing you can't do. This is when you've already lost. Is if you sit back and think, well, all right, I'll start it up later. I'll start doing something later. Oh, I'll figure it out once I'm out of school. Oh, I'll get a job after. I'll do something after. No, can't happen. You have to have something better than going to college, all right? Something that'll push you farther. Because in everything, you're going to struggle. So I knew that college was going to be a pain in my ass, okay? But I just got to pick another pain in my ass, which I think will push me to a place that'll actually give me something beneficial. And maybe I'll enjoy that fucking pain in my ass, you know? Maybe I'll learn from it and I'll learn more than I learned in school, you know? So I literally thought about that since I went to orientation in June until still thinking about it. I mean, honestly, I'm still fucking thinking about it. Whenever there's a time to pivot, I'll fucking pivot, okay? But I'm trying to find the next pain in the ass because I know that if you just drop out of school and you don't got nothing going for you, you're going to be even more fucking depressed than you were in school. And secondly, you're going to be in a fucking fuck situation because once you get used to that life of like that summertime, senior year, where you don't got shit to do and you're just waiting and passing the time, which I did, okay, and you become a fucking lazy bum who doesn't give a shit about anything and you're just trying to enjoy the time you have. If you have that mindset when you drop out of school, you're definitely fucked. There's no fucking way you'll make it because it's a tough-ass way to break out of that mindset. So you know the way that you keep from having that? You don't drop out with it. You have to be in a constant amount of minimal pain, okay? You have to have pain. You have to be testing yourself on all levels. If you can do that, then you can grow to the next step, okay? So once you've realized you've picked something, all right? So for me, I decided I'm just going to fucking talk, all right? I'm going to talk. I'm going to share my opinion. I like that, okay? But this took me 6 months. I mean, I was watching Gary Vee, all these guys, and if you go and watch them, they'll tell you, go fucking make a podcast. Go do it right now. But I didn't know. I just was thinking, I'm like, nah, maybe. I don't know. Just being a little fucking bitch. That's what the fuck I was being, to be straight up honest with you. So after I quit bitching around and I started making my own shit, then what do you do? Well, here's where the fun part comes, okay? You start progressively doing less and less in your classes. And when you can truthfully rationalize not doing anything in your classes and not even going to class is when your mind is preoccupied and your time is with the topic that you've chose or the subject that you've chosen to go into after this. So like if you're thinking about, all right, I'm going to become a whatever the fuck, a BMXer or something that you think you actually can be good at. You have to be thinking nonstop about yourself doing that action and getting better at that action. For me, I knew it the second I went into fucking English class, and I'm sitting there, I'm thinking about podcasting. What the fuck can I talk about? And, you know, what do I think would be interesting? What would kids enjoy? What would be cool, you know? What's something fun that I could talk about and that I want to talk about and that people would enjoy, okay? Then the second part came. I had a fucking English essay due. It was worth like 30% of my grade. I'd done 3/4 of it, okay? 3 fucking quarters. Got done with the 3/4. Had like a weekend to do the rest. Spent the entire weekend podcasting, working on my podcast, trying to do anything, trying to think about it. And then I'd go to write, because I tried. I'll admit, I tried. I wanted to turn in the essay. And my brain was just totally fucking blank. I'm like, honestly, I don't give a fucking shit about this. Let me just do my podcast. So I said, fuck it. And I just went back to podcasting. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to fucking screw off and watch YouTube and jerk off and eat, and just fuck around. No, all right? My time was being, you only got so much time in the day. So I decided to allot that time, the valuable creative time that I have, the valuable creative brain power that I have. I decided, you know what? It's not fucking worth it to put in that essay. And there you go. So I didn't write the essay. So my grade's going to probably tank. And then I got done with that. So now it's been a week from that. And the next step is not go to class. The next step is just a further variation of that. Because, I mean, everyone can go to class. And it's only an hour and a half out of your time. But if that hour and a half is going to be spent better doing the topic that you're like looking into. If you want to be a BMXer, you're fucking biking, you're fucking in the pool, doing the jumps, doing the this, doing the that. All right, if you're a fucking podcaster, you're on the podcast, you're writing down ideas, you're thinking about ideas. All right, and the fucking time it would take you to get to class, think about ideas in class, which will give you nothing from the class, and then the time it'll take you to get back is a fucking waste, and it's going to hurt you from getting your goal of getting out your ideas. That's when you decide, you know what? I'm going to stay in my fucking room, and I'm just going to fucking think about this shit. And I'm not going to let myself fucking watch YouTube. I'm not going to let myself fucking dick around. Okay, there's no time for that. Because if you're doing that, you might as well go to class. You might as well better yourself, okay? So I'm going to do that. And once you do that, well, basically you're pretty much fucking done. I mean, it's you do 1 or 2 weeks of that, and your grades are going to be tanked, and you're going to be put on fucking, your grades are going to tank, you're going to fail all your classes, you'll be put on academic probation, you'll be eventually kicked out. So that's the way to get out of school. Now, if you want to talk to your parents about it, that's going to be a little tougher situation. And this is where the preparing comes. If you don't have the freedom, if you don't feel like you can survive because your parents won't provide for you if you don't go to school, well, then you got to grow up and start providing for yourself, okay? You got to have your money saved. You can't go into this broke. You can't just do it with nothing because, I mean, maybe your parents will provide for you, but what if they won't? What if they won't help you at all? Then you're really fucked because then you're going to be broke and you're going to have no time and then you're just going to have to go get a job. So go get a job now. Go start saving your money. Or if you don't have to get a job, if you've got money saved, if you have $5,000, $10,000 somehow, okay, do that. Use that money and put it towards yourself. And really try to intensely think about, okay, how can I do this? How can I valuably allot my time to take care of myself and do what I find meaningful? But the biggest thing you need is you need that money to give you that freedom. But if your parents will allow it or they have, they support you, then God bless you. Like, go for it. You need to do it, but you need to have freedom. You can't be, because if you're worrying about when you're trying to do something, if you're trying to become a BMXer and you're worried about, oh, I'm not going to have money for fucking tires and this and chains and this, that, and the other, well then, dude, how the fuck are you going to become a BMXer? I mean, you better get your ducks in a row to at least where you're going to live, how you're going to live, and how you're going to feed yourself. If you can do those things and then you have the materials to create whatever you want to create or do whatever you want to do, then you can do it. But make sure you have those materials in line. Because if you just fucking hang out with your dick out, you're going to get fucking lopped, okay? None of us want to get fucking neutered, okay? I'm not trying to get fucking neutered. I'm not going to fucking risk my balls just to drop out because school is fucking killing me, okay? No. Alright? And from there, I mean, there you just got to ride it out. There you just got to keep persisting and keep going for it. And honestly, I don't know how to tell you to be successful because I'm not successful. I'm just a fucking college kid talking into a microphone. Or not college kid. I'm a fucking 18-year-old. I'm a fucking grown-ass man talking into a microphone, okay? That's what the fuck I'm doing. And I'm no success. I'm nothing amazing. I'm nothing good. So don't fucking look up to me for advices. But I will say that I believe, and I have to believe or else I'm pretty fucked, that if you just keep with it and you keep grinding, eventually someday something good will happen for you. But you have to know that you're doing the best thing for yourself, okay? And just stay on it, all right? But that also doesn't mean stay on it in your bubble. Stay on it just as good as you think it is. No, every single day you have to be challenging yourself and pushing yourself farther and farther than you would go the day before. Because if you do that, you're actually moving. You're actually improving. Because listen, persistence is one thing. Persistence is key. But persistence without movement is fucking hammering down in the same spot. But sometimes to dig a fucking hole, you got to make it a little bigger. You got to come from this angle and that angle and this angle and that angle and go under and beside. And then you get that fucking hole dug. Okay? And you get a better hole. And you get a perfect hole. Okay? The hole that you want. So that's what I gotta say, okay? It's been fucking real. This is the It's Tough podcast with your host, Magnum True Trob. Check out my Twitter at TrobTrue. Check out my Instagram at magnum.trob. Go listen to my other podcasts if you haven't already. and have a fucking fantabulous day.